Hana, I'm being background music.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Hummingbird Unofficial. If you're listening for the first time, welcome. And if you're a returning listener, welcome back. I'm your host Hanabi, Hana for short, and as always, I'm joined by...
James.
And...
Jordan.
We're doing things a little differently today, so stay tuned for some excitement. Admin chatter. We should have MP3 downloads of the podcast up again starting with this episode. Previous episodes will, of course, be available for download. iTunes platform will be coming as well as soon as I figure out how to work the feed, and as always, we will have YouTube up.
Yeah, you work that feed. Some point in the near future, we're going to be doing Twitter and Facebook Q&A lightning round type things. Is that right, Hana?
That is correct.
And so... from today onwards, post questions and shit, because we'll keep a note of them and then go through a whole bunch.
We'll ask each other your questions that you direct to us, and make it kind of like a game show. And we might have some prizes. I'm working on things of this nature to hand out to some lucky people, but we will draw their names from those who contribute questions. Today, we are joined by the juiciest person from the Hummingbird community, Jovoo. Welcome to the show!
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Do you like orange juice?
No.
Do you like apple juice?
No.
Do you like any kind of juice?
I like cocktail juices with a lot of apples and oranges in it.
So fruit juice.
Yes.
Good enough.
How juicy are you?
On a scale of 1 to 10, just how juicy would you consider yourself?
I don't think you can scale that, man. It's like it's there hasn't been a degree of juiciness this high up in history, so it's pretty tough to comprehend.
So pretty high?
Yeah, pretty high.
Pretty high.
So, if we were to rename the Richter scale to the juicy scale, would you be off the juicy scale?
Yes, probably.
That's pretty darn juicy.
That's why I'm the juiciest, man.
Juicier than Starbursts.
Who I would rather Haichu.
I haven't had Haichu in forever.
Haichu is so good, I need to get more someday. I was sent them by someone.
Jovoo, do you prefer Starbursts or Haichu?
I have no idea what those things are, actually.
Oh, they're candies. They're juicy candies.
Don't prefer any of them.
Chewits.
Ironically, the same time I got Haichu was the same day I got School Days. From the same person.
So I don't prefer Haichu. I prefer the other one then.
The person who sold
Sent
you...
me. They just gave it. They gave it to me as a gift.
School Days. They're probably apologising.
I'm probably shouting at me to still play it.
Okay, so...
someday.
For those of you who don't know Jovoo, he is a reviewer from the Hummingbird community. We will be including a couple of links to a couple of his random reviews. You should go and give him a read. And hang out with him on the forum and in the chat.
Just no stalkers, please.
You better hang out with him, because if you don't, I'm watching you.
No leaking information, remember? We can't tell anyone of our little incident last week.
I've been sworn to secrecy before the podcast, so...
What happens in podcast?
Stays in podcast. First rule of podcasting, don't talk about podcasting.
Well, we all fucked up already.
That sounds very contradictory. It's like, the first rule of Fight Club is, no fighting.
I mean, you don't have to talk about the podcast in the podcast, because, I mean, this isn't a podcast about the podcast.
It's like, so guys, did you see the latest podcast?
I did, I was like there, believe it or not.
I really liked between minutes 7 minutes and 2 seconds and about 8 minutes and 12 when the hosts are talking about school days.
They're talking about dicks and science.
Dicks, yeah.
Anyway,
Jovoo, what have you been watching in the last couple of weeks?
For the last couple of months, I've been on a Ghost in the Shell frenzy, because from time to time I get, like, cyberpunk is my favorite genre, and from time to time I get this urge to watch some cyberpunk, and I was like, I haven't watched the best cyberpunk anime out there, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Ghost in the Shell, and I'm almost done with Second Gig.
Good.
Tell me all about Ghost in the Shell, because I've actually recently been buying a lot of Ghost in the Shell.
Like,
I bought Innocence in 2.0 the other day because I have all of Standalone Complex just sitting there.
2.0 is actually not that bad of a remake. There have been worse remakes out there. Like the upscaling is actually well done, in my opinion. It's still not better than the original, but it's good enough.
I mean, I have the original on UMD from forever ago, but it's on UMD.
Yeah, and about Standalone Complex, I don't want to review it because I'll probably give it a 10, because I seriously can't find anything bad about it, except for the character development, but that's a story for another time. Like, the characters themselves are actually really good, but their development is kind of strange. But apart from that, it's like flawless. It's pure quality.
Okay.
So I should watch it, basically.
Yes. It's really good. Really good.
I will never forget my experience with Ghost in the Shell. Now, as many of you viewers are aware of the mindfuckery that is Evangelion.
Nah, it made perfect sense to me.
And then the mindfuckery that is Akira. And then mindfuckery that is Serial Experiments Lane.
The biggest mindfuckery that is Serial Experiments Lane.
Yes. One of the Ghost in the Shell is often bundled in with these like anime. So I was like, I think it was about 4 a.m. I was still up for some reason, and I thought it would be a good idea to watch the first Ghost in the Shell movie. So I was watching it half asleep. I had no idea what the hell was going on. All I can vaguely remember is just this woman like singing in the background while there was just like these really random shots of really obscure, like completely, like just random things. And the song was like, my body, and yeah, it's just amazing.
To be fair, the original Ghost in the Shell movies, level of mindfuckery is a lot higher than that of the series or the other movies.
Yes, I've heard a lot about Standalone Complex and how good it is. It's just on my to-watch list. Like,
Arise isn't half bad either.
Oh,
It's like, okay, it's okay.
Maybe it's just me, but I vastly prefer the original movie to Standalone Complex. The animation is much better in Standalone Complex, but I prefer the Major in the movie as opposed to in the series.
Well, they're basically the same person, more or less.
Well, the character comes off like really different. Like, she comes off really differently in the manga too.
Yeah, she does. She does.
So I just prefer her in the movie better. I find that she's, I don't know, a little. I like her being icy, I guess.
I like it in media franchises like say like Ghost in the Shell, and I'm going to use an example from Evangelion, where say the manga, the anime, and the movies are slightly different. So in the anime, one of the characters gets really hurt, right? In the manga, the character dies, right? And in the movie, the character isn't there at all and is doing something completely different. And they've got a different character in that role. And it's just like small changes across like the entire medium that I really do enjoy.
Yeah, but basically Evangelion has like 4 different endings. Or something along those lines. Yeah,
but the manga, the anime, and the movies, specifically the like remakes.
Well, the anime and
are the same story, they're just slightly different.
Yeah.
Apart from
well, if they were the same, there would be nothing to keep your attention. They have to have something that's different.
That is true. It's just I know too many shows where the manga. When they just basically use manga as storyboards.
Sorry, I had a feather in my throat there.
I don't know about James, but I much prefer the End of Evangelion ending to the manga, because like End of Evangelion is like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's like a masterpiece. So.
Oh, you like eye-popping visuals?
I was satisfied with that ending a lot.
You know, it's just the budget in that movie was so good, you know. No, the end of Evangelion will forever be a mystery to me. I can't I know a lot of people who hold it in very high regard, going, "Oh, it's an artistic masterpiece." I'm just sitting there going, "Yeah, it was okay. I don't really know what was happening in it, but okay."
I was so satisfied with that ending. I was like, at the end of the ending, I was like, that was pure quality.
Well, at least somebody likes it.
A lot of people like it.
I like it.
Have you been watching anything else?
I've been rewatching some other stuff like Kara no Kyokai,
Oh, Garden of Sinners.
and I've been also rewatching Higurashi.
Okay.
So, but apart from those series, because those are series that I really enjoy, nothing else.
Okay. So cyberpunk and horror-ish?
Yeah, my favorite genre is psychological horror, but the only good psychological horror out there is Higurashi. There's nothing else good. And I've watched a lot of horror anime, and the only one that has scared me was Higurashi, and that's why I hold it in such high regards.
Really, I found Higurashi really, really boring
Yeah, I can see that.
because it didn't scare me at all.
Now, can you guys tell me what Higurashi is about?
Higurashi is basically like Endless 8 in Haruhi. But
Can you explain it without referring to anything else?
well,
Oh yeah, she hasn't seen Harry. So
Oh, no.
gonna have to try and rephrase it there.
Yeah, I'm a
All I can
Philistine.
say is, the one thing I'll ever say about Higurashi is it's such a pain in the bottom to collect the manga, because they do a terrible job at defining which book it belongs to, which chapter and which arc, and it's just a pain in the
What
ass.
is it about?
I bought
but
volume one.
every manga is referred to every visual novel game, and like every chapter, and every chapter is referred to every arc in the anime. It's actually pretty simple to follow.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, yeah, I bet it is really simple to follow. It's just they don't label it on the actual manga. So if you go into this store, there'll be about 3 volumes of there'll be
okay.
of volume 1, and you're like, what?
What's it about?
Well, Higurashi is basically a story. Like, the actual story is really complex, and I can't explain it right here. But the basic premise is this group of kids that act all paranoid about a certain phenomena that is occurring in their village, and they basically just kill each other.
Okay.
And it keeps repeating until the mystery is solved.
Okay.
And it has question arcs and answer arcs where the names are self-evident there.
Okay, so it's a psychological thriller mystery?
It's yeah, all of those things, all of them.
Okay. I might watch it for the mystery then.
It's like it's the only psychological horror that has actually scared me, and like James disagrees, but whatever. It's
Yeah,
really
I
good.
disagree.
It's really good. I really like it.
I find it really hard for things to scare me. Like,
You
really
can't, but
difficult.
the thing is, you can't even compare it to anything else, because comparing like Higurashi to, let's say, Evangelion, it's like comparing The Ring to Inception. You don't do that.
Yeah, I don't see in what context you can compare the two, but okay.
No, but I'm just saying that you can't compare Higurashi to any anime because it's so unique at what it does.
Okay, well I might give it a watch based on that opinion of it.
I recommend you do.
I would, but there is like one scene that I have seen. See, I said seen twice. Yeah. And it kind of makes me not want to watch it, which is the one with the fingernails, because
Yes.
that gets to me.
That
like,
scene
no.
gave me a nightmare, like a legitimate nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just gonna go into it blind whenever I get there.
So good.
I probably won't. I won't say it then. I won't say what happens.
No, don't, please.
I'll let everybody know when I'm going to be doing it, and it'll be after the Hummingbird chat is fixed, and I will live blog my reactions to it, just like I did for Summer Wars.
Also, watch the sub, because the dub is really bad.
Oh yeah, I don't do dubs.
Okay.
I'm a snob.
Wait, okay, have you seen Cowboy Bebop?
Yes,
I haven't.
Okay, Hannah, did you watch it dubbed or subbed?
I watched it in both. I preferred the sub.
What? No.
I prefer things like Durara's dub. Not that I have seen, or No, I have, because I thought it was fucking stupid when they were shouting each other's names. It sounded better in, like, my native tongue, to me.
Yeah, Baccano's dub is also better.
That is a debate for another time, guys. That is definitely a debate for another time.
Okay, yeah, let's just drop...
That's a whole episode.
Let's just drop that.
Okay, since that's all that Jovoo's been watching, Jordan, what have you been watching in the past couple weeks?
Oh, I gotta
No!
I've mostly been rewatching because I've been at, like, my sister's for the last week. And I just, like, used up all their internet. They're very, very nice fiber internets with... Oh, it was beautiful. But...
I'm getting Google Fiber.
Fibre?
Yeah, I'm getting the Fibre.
Yeah, anyway. So, I finished Seto no Hanayame, or My Bride is a Mermaid. I think I said that I was on, like, the last episode.
You were savoring it.
Yeah, but I finished it, and, like, it was amazing. And I say everyone should go and watch it, because I really liked it.
Okay. Are there hot guys in it?
Yes, there's Masa, and he is, like... Oh.
He's that hot that you're drooling over him.
And considering I said that, just him himself, and the way that he is, and certain things that happen... He's, like, the best black man in any anime ever. I'll say that much. I know how you like your dark-skinned individuals, Hana.
Amine.
Yeah, anyway. Since, like, you know, Wright was on about how awesome Psycho-Pass was, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go watch that. And I'm, like, started from episode 8, which is where I thought I left off. But I, like, left off at episode 9 or 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I at least recapped some of it, but I think it was good, but not as good as I probably should. I'm not sure if, like, starting it completely over would have helped. I really liked it,
You also don't like literature, so...
Huh?
You also don't like literature.
It's true. I like it when they reference literature and I don't get it because it makes them look smart. So yeah, Psycho-Pass was good. Then I guess I'll leave the ones that are starting to air just for now. I watched Zammed, Lost Memories.
And is that good? That's on my plan to watch.
One thing I will say is the opening is, like, the best thing ever. Like, seriously? The opening for Zammed was amazing. Hi, James. Welcome back to the land of the living.
There were some technical difficulties, which I cannot to explain in full detail.
So, James, I was talking about Zammed and how amazing the opening for Zammed was.
Run away, run away. Yeah, it's so good.
Fucking Shinji!
Basically, I really wanted to watch Zammed. I really did, because the opening was so cool. But, like, the first scene of the first episode is, like, this woman eating a condom. So I was like, nope.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I was like,
No,
nope.
it's not exactly as he said. I see what he means, though.
And then...
It's like they were it looks like she wrapped it in something and then sold it, so it looks like the sort of thing you would do when you're smuggling things. Not that I know what that's like.
Oh.
But, yeah, Zammed was good. I'd recommend it, but at the same time I wouldn't say, like, must watch.
It's a good Bones anime.
Oh, Bones.
It's a good anime. So, that was all the new-ish. Because I've been rewatching quite a lot since it was this. So,
okay, no one cares.
Things have been airing. Huh? What was that, James? What did you just say about me?
I said that nobody cares what you've been rewatching.
Nothing? Good. So I started watching Blood Lad because I just sort of saw that. And I was like, oh, Blood Lad. It just sort of came up in my IRC chat client thing.
So what do you think of Blood Lad? Because I watched it too.
I really fucking liked it.
I knew you would.
I was just all like, I've seen the manga in my bookstores, I will give this a look, because for some reason I got Blood Lad and Zombie Loan mixed up. So I was like, oh, I thought this was already done, because I see Zombie Loan around as well. Like, usually where Blood Loan is... Blood Loan?
Blood Lad.
I knew that would happen! Blood Lad there's usually Zombie Loan somewhere around there as well, in Waterstone.
So what do you like, what do you like most about Blood Lad?
I don't know what... I like the main character. I will say that. I know that you're probably thinking...
I don't know, he's hot.
Something else.
He's hot.
He looks like he's fucking dead. Jeez, yeah.
I have a thing for vampires who don't sparkle, remember?
You have things for dead, pale-skinned people as well as dark-skinned people?
Yep.
Well, geez, you're just like... You only like the extremes, eh? It's gotta be one extreme or the other.
No, I'm shallow in that my only criteria is really hot.
Okay, here's a question.
Yes.
Right, I've seen Blood Lad. Seen it. I haven't watched it or anything. I've just seen it about, in places, and it looks like it's in the same setting as stuff like Durarara, Mao.
I can see somewhat what you mean, because, like, one of the aspects is, like, oh, they're in charge of this area, which I guess I can see what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, so it just looks like it's in the same setting as Durarara, Mayo, Juvenile Remix, and the K Project. But it's...
The whole gang sort of thing?
Yeah, is that orientated? Is that like a part of the narrative?
There's a girl with boobs.
I'm watching it. I have to watch it now.
There's
boobs.
Bam!
I
selling
have
point.
a problem with the boobs in this show.
I don't.
Her shirt is like vacuum formed to her.
So?
I can't deal with it.
You like
And
hot
there's too
guys,
much
we
crack
like
for
other
me.
things. Shut up. We don't
It's too much
constantly
crack for
question
me.
your interest in hot guys.
Okay.
We make fun of you
I'm
for it,
just
but...
telling you my problem with it. If her shirt like kind of draped over her tits, I would be perfectly okay with that. But then there's also too much other crack in it.
You're forgetting that this is a Japanese animation.
Yeah, I know they have much better drugs than we do.
Yeah, much better.
My drugs are like myself. I am my own drug. And that's why I understand everything that's thrown at me. Except for, obviously...
I thought it was really pretty. I really liked the quirky animation style.
What year is it?
It's this season.
I'm on about things for
Oh,
this season for now, by the way. So,
You're serious?
Yeah, it's brand new.
yeah. Still need to find... Yeah. Anyway, the next one is the Goddess arc of The World God Only Knows, or Season 3, as I'll just say. Which I'll say one thing. My love for it kind of grew, as in it started off kind of upset because of the fact that, like, it just showed, oh, by the way, we've done all this stuff between Season 1 and Season 2 and Season 3, which was, like, all in the manga, I'm presuming, which I know it kind of is. Not that I've really read much of the manga, but... So, like, oh, we've conquered this woman, and it was like, oh, that's cool. So I was like, that's okay. And then the opening played, and I was like, eh. Then the later half of the opening came, and I was like, it's okay. He'll grow on me. And then it just, like, slowly evolved, and I was like, things happen! I really like this now.
Is this the world only God knows?
Yeah, well, God only knows.
I
I don't know why people say God... Whatever the fuck you say, I say it right all the time.
Okay, whatever. Are we talking about the brand new one, or...
Yeah, the brand new
Okay.
one.
Yes.
I'm only
Gotta
talking
say,
about
I really
Aaron
liked
ones
the first season. The second season I just didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
So I didn't watch it. And now the third season's out, so I'm like, eh.
The second season was okay, but I did much prefer the first season.
Yeah,
Because it has, like, my favourite person in it.
yeah, it was like, oh, look at this person. It's LT Senpai. Oh, don't you like
Actually-
her boobs? Oh, look. Here, let's spend about 7 episodes dealing with her problems. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Hey, James, I have a
You
question.
have a question.
Who's your favourite?
My favourite. It would have to be the librarian, because she is hilarious.
Oh, okay.
And adorable.
I meant from, like, other standpoints, but okay.
Oh, what do you mean?
If you were a man, which you're clearly not... Imagine you're Hana and it was a hot guy. Which one would you prefer the most?
Which...
I want you to be the reverse Hana, except only in terms of gender.
Okay, so... I'm not understanding what you're saying. What? So you want me to...
Which is the female you like the most in terms of appeal?
Appeal?
Yeah.
Out of appeal, it would...
Who do you want to bang?
Or as Hana said, who do you want to bang?
I'd bang Elsie.
Okay.
Because she's got the body. She's incredibly quiet. She's dumb, so she'd definitely get with me. And I can easily convince her to release the demon in my heart. Yes.
GG. GG, James. GG.
Well played.
Anything else?
Well, personally, I prefer Ayumi, because I just kind of do.
Is that... Oh.
Yep.
That's the very first one.
Okay, she's...
Jovoo, have
One
you seen
attractive.
this?
The one who breaks...
I haven't seen it, but I know everything about it.
Okay, do you have someone that you'd want to bang?
No, I don't.
He's reserved. Good, well played.
Not at
Hana
least
would
in anime
be-
form.
What was the name? Was it Chidori? Or something? The one from the second season? Who, like, just goes after all the hot guys?
There was one of those.
That's who Hana would be. The one with practically no personality, apparently, but just goes after all the hot guys.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh well, that hot guy decided not to accept my love.
Are you trying to suggest something?
No?
Guys, we actually add Hannah's personality in editing. So,
In post, yeah.
In
My
post-editing,
personality
yeah.
comes... It's edited in.
She speaks in monotone. It's really difficult, but we definitely pull it off.
I'm Rei Ayanami in real life.
She has, like... She's just, like, a normal person. Like, as he says, in visual novels, you would just be a side character. On the other hand, you just go after all the hot guys and then they'll dump you. And just say, no, I don't want any of your shit.
I'm that character from Tsukihime who was supposed to have the arc, but then, like, the guy ran out of money and he
Shut
just
up!
her off.
Anyway, I think we should move on at this point.
Okay.
I really like the third season so far, apparently. So,
No.
Watamote, I think, is what Shorten does. 'cause I'm not watching it.
Watamote!
I'll say one thing.
Okay.
It was... That's my thoughts.
What is
I
this
wasn't
one?
too into it. I can't even really explain it. James can do that, since apparently he cares.
I don't really care, but it's just hilarious.
What is it?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can see it probably being interesting, but at the moment...
Right.
meh.
Watamote is about this girl who...
Duck face.
Shut up.
That's like the only part that was super interesting. That emphasis on the duck face and being adorable.
So she is socially awkward. She goes online.
I relate to that.
She's like us, but she's like...
She's like, oh, everyone here?
Yeah, she's like everyone who's listening to this podcast, but, you know...
No.
No, just kidding. We're all beautiful. She isn't. And she's like, oh, so I can't wait to start high school, and then I'll have all the boys chasing after me. It'll be the best day ever. But it wasn't the best day ever. And, like, it was like a month or something into high school. She realised that she hadn't talked to anyone, because she's made no friends.
Oh, I think I saw a gif from this.
So...
It's like, I had a real conversation.
Yeah.
I talked to the hot guy behind the counter, who isn't an important character, Hana. So you wouldn't want to watch it.
And then she sort of like... there's this one scene, okay, where she tries to change her appearance, and in the process goes from something that looks okay to like the ugliest thing since a bear chicken.
Duck faces and those like little fucking wrinkles on your forehead?
Yeah.
Doing that on purpose isn't cute, audience.
Don't do duck faces. Moral of the story, don't do duck faces.
No ducks. Ducks are cute.
Just...
Ducks plus people, not so much. Did you know that ducks have corkscrew penises? Yes, now you think of them as not so cute.
Yes, but did you also know that ducks had corkscrew vaginas in the opposite direction?
Exactly.
Making it
And some ducks also have barbed penises, like cats. Anyway, enough about ducks and duck faces and this anime in general. I'm gonna move on to the G season of Symphogear, as I'm going to call it, which is the second season.
Oh, Symphogear, that one anime that I was like, I'm gonna watch that, and then I never did. So
That one anime that I kinda liked and then dropped for a good while and then picked it back up again. I was like, I kinda like this, and at the time I had money for a figure, so I bought a figure of Hibiki.
There's no hot guys in it, is there?
No, it's mainly girls. I mean, you could consider two... Yeah, actually, you could. There are two guys
There's
who
two?
could be considered hot.
Are they in every episode?
They're in quite a few episodes, so like somewhat main characters.
Okay, did you know, right? If you take two really hot girls and add them together, you get a hot guy.
No, that doesn't work unless it's Utena, baby.
So applying that logic to every single anime ever, every anime in the world.
If you take two hot girls and you just like remove parts of them.
Yeah, it's just like
no, there is an integral part missing.
Well, like High School of the Dead has 10 hot guys. Not if we go by James's
there's
logic.
10 of them. What?
Oh yes, I'm sure the one that I call Jack Balls because I have a friend who is like him, and my friend's name is Jack Balls. Shout out to Jack Balls, who's not going to listen to this.
I'll make him, and then he'll realise what sort of a friend you are.
He's like a gun nut, and that's what we call him.
Oh, okay.
Because you know the gun nut, the one that's
I know exactly.
apparently considered a hot guy.
He's very hot.
Totally.
He's like Hawaii.
I know, right?
Okay.
Anyway,
how did we get onto High School of the Dead?
Anyway, can I talk about fucking Symphogear now?
No.
It was okay. It was a decent show that I guess you could watch. Because I have two more. One's featured, and then the other one's High School DxD New.
There's a new... Oh, wait, there is.
Okay, so wait, High School DxD. What is it? There's a High School of the Dead, and then there's a High School DxD, and then there's a High School Dead something zombie.
Yeah, they're all interrelated.
Drifters
of
the Dead.
Yeah. Oh, okay, all right.
High School DxD and High School of the Dead isn't related.
That was very sarcastic. High School DxD is completely different to High School of the Dead. Whereas High School of the Dead is like, oh, look at this. There's
zombies and guns.
There's zombies and
High School DxD
nudity,
is devils and
whereas High School DxD is like, there's demons and nudity.
There is nudity.
There's loads of nudity.
Here's a funny story. I showed my brother-in-law Free for like 10 minutes, and he punched me. I then showed him High School DxD, and he started patting me on the head and cuddling me.
The first scene of the new season is just like the epitome of ecchi. When he's in his bed.
Literally the first word spoken was boobs.
I can't bring myself to watch it. I helped out
with a review
on it, and it was tedious. Basically, a good friend of mine spent about 7 hours going over like each scene and censoring it just because he didn't want to download the already censored version. It was just ridiculous. But
that was a censored version?
Yeah, it's called the TV program version.
No, the TV one was also uncensored.
Was it?
Yeah, all of them are uncensored. That's the thing. It was never censored.
My God.
That's why everyone's like so fucking obsessed with it. There's no censorship.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I missed something because we're going to move on from High School DxD because we all know that it's just boobs and demons. Heaven's Lost Property, the movie, The Angeloid of Clockwork. Also, Heaven's Lost Property is an anime I've been rewatching. So is Full Metal Panic, which I'm in the middle of, and so is The World God Only Knows. That's all I'm going to say about them because I'm probably taking up way too much time. So, yeah. The movie was cool. I kind of liked the movie. And then I have my featured, which I'm assuming we're leaving for later. I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm pretty much done. James, go watch Full Metal Panic.
It's my turn. Yay.
James, go watch Full Metal Panic.
Okay.
Everyone
so
says
what
James,
have I been
go
watching?
watch Full Metal Panic.
Well,
nothing.
Up until the last podcast, I've spent about an entire year of my life hardly watching anime at all. And then a certain Gustavo, or Riot, was like, dude, watch Psycho Pass. And then I was like, okay, just like Jordan. And then I watched all of it, and then I really enjoyed it. But I was like, maybe I should just start taking off anime off my list. So then I marathoned the K Project, and I really enjoyed that.
Oh, I loved that.
Okay.
So, you said you really enjoyed it?
Yes. The K Project and Psycho Pass both had me in tears. So thumbs up.
Who was your favorite character from K?
From K. What's his name? The one with the cat and the umbrella.
Shiro?
Yeah, Shiro. Yeah, how did I forget? It's because what happens later on. That's why I'm getting confused. But I just felt like really sympathetic for him and how he was so casual about it. He's like, "Oh yeah, don't kill me yet. I want to have my breakfast."
Yeah,
it was awesome. What else have I watched? Oh, so I decided to start watching Mushishi, and for my opinion, it is one of the best shows I have ever seen. Period.
Are you going to say that about a show every week, every episode?
No. I have never said that before.
True Tears.
True Tears had its flaws.
Yeah, but you also said it was one of the best shows you've ever seen.
Yes.
Here's the thing, if you keep watching really good shows, that's bound to happen.
Yeah, so... Mushishi is just on a whole new level, because, I don't know, it's so calm, yet it deals with, like, really philosophical deep philosophical questions. Like, some scenes can be really depressing, like how in this one episode, this guy basically loses his family, his village, and he's literally just left alone, being, like, forced alive by, the Mushi that caused it all. And yeah, it's just really depressing, yet calm at the same time. And they have such a nice ratio of it that I really enjoy it.
Stay tuned for next week, where James reaches the next level of awesome anime. Dun 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 dun. No.
What others have I been watching? What have you been watching?
Dun 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 dun.
I started Mayo. Mayo, is that how it's pronounced? You know that one anime with the...
Mayonnaise?
No, that one anime with the tits and the economics.
Wait, what?
Oh, I think I might know what
Mayo
you're on about.
You. It's
I
it's
know
like
what you're on about. The one with the, like, red-headed one?
Yeah, like the demons and how, like, war is profitable.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen it around.
Yeah, it's pronounced Mao. M-A-O...
Mao.
Mao. Okay. Been watching that.
Fucking mayo. Mayonnaise.
Okay, I'll save this last one, the best one till last. I started watching Wakamaite, like we've already gone over. But Fate Kali Liner Prisma Elia.
Collide Rider?
No. Yeah, now when I first saw this announced, I honestly thought that it was just them taking the mic. And then I realised they were actually doing it, so I thought it would just be really bad. But then I realised that it's basically just, like, magical girls, like, in Fate Stay Night.
Yeah.
And then I thought, dude, this is the coolest thing ever. I can watch a lolicon take on fucking Berserker. This is going to be the best thing ever. It's been very corny so far, but I have some hopes for it.
Well, it's supposed to be corny. It's supposed to be very tongue-in-cheek.
Yes.
Speaking of Fate Stay Night, I'm sure you guys have all read the news that UFO Table will be...
Oh, the UFO Table's gonna remake or do something with Fate?
Nope.
I can tell you what I can tell you what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be that they're reanimating it. They're probably gonna do...
They're gonna do Heaven's Feel, probably.
No. They did this a few years ago. Actually... I think it was just after Fate Zero was announced that they were going to do Fate Stay Night, and they made a version of Fate Stay Night for the Vita, the visual novel, and UFO Table animated the opening for that, and there's a chance that they could be doing something similar, but fingers crossed that they're doing like Heaven's Feel or something like that.
I hope they redo Fate Stay Night. I don't like Heaven's Feel, but that's just me.
Apparently it's the best route.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, you either really like it or just like plain out hate it.
I haven't played the visual novel, so...
I think Stay Night's the best route, honestly. Stay Night's my favorite route.
Oh, okay. And what else was it? Okay, right. My favourite show of the entire summer season, which I honestly thought was going to be Monogatari series second season, but that's been such a letdown for me, It's Genshiken Nidaime.
Okay.
Second generation Genshiken. I'm loving it. It has the same feel as the original show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just updated, so it's more it appeals more to us rather than the otakus of, say, like 2002. If you know what I mean.
So it's kind of like the forget me, because I forgot what I was just going to say.
Remember me. Remember me?
I need to play that game.
It's bad.
No, I'm on about like the Metroid Other M thing
Oh,
with the black guy. He's like, remember me?
I was talking about that game that they just released
You
called Remember
remember.
Me.
Oh, fuck that game.
Fuck that game. Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a bad game.
Genshiken, there's just so many references to like Monogatari and different anime that if you are a well-rounded anime viewer, which most of you probably are, you'd pick up on these references, and it's just hilarious. I'm loving Nidaime.
So it's kind of like Bimbo Gamiga.
Dun 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 dun.
No,
Oh.
Bimbo Gamiga is not funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
Fuck you.
It's not funny.
Fucking asshole.
No, it's just Genshin Nidaime is it's tending to a new audience, but it's also throwing back to the older audience by referring to older characters. Because when I first saw it, I honestly thought they just scrapped the entire cast and just added new members, and I thought that was going to suck. But they actually have like the older members as main characters as well, so that was pretty cool. I tried watching Zeta Gundam again, and I really want to drop it.
Camille be done.
I'm 30 episodes in.
Oh, you can suffer it. Come on, you can get through it.
No, it's really bad. And then I have to watch Zeta Gundam. Then.
No, Double Zeta is so much better. Double Zeta is so much better, seriously.
Speaking of finishing bad things, I've watched 350 episodes of Bleach, and I haven't finished it.
Yeah, I dropped Bleach at Bounce.
Because I was like, I can either watch the last 16 episodes of the series, or I can watch Bakano, or Durarara, or Serial Experiments Lane, or Madoka Magica. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna watch these shows. I'm not gonna finish Bleach, and I haven't finished it yet.
Put it on in the background.
There's always something better in that span of episodes to watch.
Put it on in the background when you're doing other stuff. That's what I've been doing with Naruto lately.
Yeah, well, I follow Naruto's manga, so I'm like, whatever.
Bleach. I've watched 241 episodes. It's not gonna happen.
How many?
241 episodes. It's not gonna happen.
Anyway, moving on.
It's bad.
Okay, on to Hana.
I have been watching Gargantian the Verdurous Planet. I'm on episode. I've just finished episode 5. I still like it. I obviously have a thing for the white-haired, purple-eyed soldiers.
Wait until you get to episode 6 with the dance service.
Man service.
That's all I know about the show.
The man service. Oh my god.
I said dance. Well, they're dancing and all that
Yes,
shit.
I know, but
They just had a barbecue in the last episode.
Fuck. So there's dancing and barbecues.
I've just thought of like a new term for Hana, and that's man service.
Oh, that's not
instead of
new.
man service.
Man service isn't new.
Yeah,
It is to
it's not
me.
new.
You haven't
It
been
is to
watching
me.
Free, have you?
Exactly. Have you never heard of Free, James?
No, I haven't.
We're gonna talk about Free just a little bit later. So
please
Damn
tell
it!
me
I
some-
should have known.
Did you feature it? Did you?
no, I did
you
not feature it. It's down in my list. Let me go
sure
through
you
my
didn't.
list. Okay.
This is surprising.
Okay.
Hana apparently did not watch, or well, I should rephrase.
I didn't
that.
feature it. No.
That's. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like I don't know you anymore.
You'll know me when we get to my features though. Okay.
No, I
Okay.
won't.
Blood Lad. Like we talked about with
Yeah.
Jordan. Too much crack for me. Although it is pretty. Makai Oji Devils and Realists.
Devils and Real Estate.
I watched the first episode. I haven't seen the second one yet. And what is it with this season and crack? Like
It's hip.
it's really pretty. It's really, really pretty, but if it doesn't stop it with the crack, I'm not going to be able to finish it.
Wait, is the actual crack in the anime, or are you using a metaphor for the animators being on crack?
Like, the random stuff and the, like...
Oh, you and I are on completely different mindsets then. I love that shit.
I can't deal with it. I can't... My brains, they leak out my ears.
I don't think we can ever get along ever again. I don't think we can be friends.
But anyway, Soki no Fafner, Dead Aggressor. I've been rewatching it with my significant other and my dammit Greg. It's so great to me. Even now, going through it the third time.
Greg only likes me because he's sadistic. No, my apologies. I mean he's a masochist. I'm the sadistic one. I talk shit about him all the time.
He still loves you.
Yeah.
Talking about Dammit Greg.
Okay.
Talking about Dammit Greg, did he take up the proposition of opening up his own bakery? Yeah.
His own chain of bakeries?
He has actually moved stores from his current job and is looking for a new job, so it is under consideration.
Oh my god, he should totally do it.
No, what he needs to do is he needs to go to the bakery version of McDonald's and then make his way up to the top and then rename it to Greg's.
He will love that because he really, really loved that show. He really loved Hataraku Mao-sama.
Do it now. Make him do that because he'll be motivated because of the show. He'll be all like, I know what to do.
But then I have to make myself a general's cape and be his second in command.
All I have to do is fix the city all the time when it gets broken.
I had this dilemma in episode 7, so if I watch episode 8, it should be resolved.
I'm really looking forward to getting through the end of the series with the people I'm watching it with and watching Heaven and Earth, the movie, for the very first time, and then I'm so excited for Exodus to be coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but it's coming out soon-ish, this fall, hopefully. And I'm really, really excited for that. Damn it, Greg and I were sitting down one night when he was off work, and we're like, well, fuck, what are we going to do? We don't have anything to do. We can't watch anything because everything we've been watching is either over or the other person we're watching it with is sick as a dog and he's not going to be able to watch anything with us. So we started something new. We started Star Driver Kageyaki no Takuto. And I have 3 words for you. Magical boy transformation.
Yes.
Being there.
This is what camphor?
Nope, I've been there and done that. Koryo Zombie Deska.
Yeah, this is the first anime I've ever seen with a magical boy transformation outside of the single tuxedo mask transformation in Sailor Moon. What is it? S. Yeah.
What is Sailor Moon?
Go away.
Oh, okay. Bye bye. I'm done.
No, but really, what is Sailor Moon?
It's coming out again. They're doing a remake of it. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know, and I don't care.
It's so different. Like the Japanese version and the English version are like 2 separate beings of Sailor Moon.
They are. Sailor Moon.
I'm gonna call James because I think he's gone, and I think he's called his phone.
Is he really gone?
He's probably not. His door closed. I'm gonna go call him. I know I have his number here somewhere.
I'm gonna go on.
Yeah, just keep going.
Then I watched Free, which is actually the least disappointing anime that I've watched this season.
I wonder why.
Of the new things. But I was still disappointed in it. For one, I hate Ren's shark teeth. I would love the character if not for his freaking pointy, filed down chompers. The main character's obsession with water, wearing his swim trunks everywhere and trying to climb into fish tanks and taking baths in his swim trunks is too over the top for me.
There's nothing wrong with being passionate about your hobby.
I agree.
It's really kind of slow. Like, the pacing of the episodes is really kind of slow.
There's actually something to it more than guys in swim trunks?
Well, no, like, it's like...
It has a
really,
plot.
really slow. It's already...
It's K-On! For girls. It's basically K-On! For girls.
Okay, well then I'm really not gonna like K-On!
If you said it was like Humor Show, then I would like understand something because Humor Show had somewhat of a plot. But
Well, I mean, right now, it's...
it was also the first anime I watched. So
Right now, we're already the second episode in, and basically nothing's happened.
Guys, can I come back now?
No.
Yes, you can come back now. We're talking about man service.
Also, keep in mind that Kyoto Annie basically made this due to a massive amount of...
Yeah, the Tumblr
Yes.
fandom. The swimming anime Tumblr fandom. Yeah, I was part of it.
So you shouldn't expect a plot here.
But I want...
You're not gonna get one.
I'm really annoyed with it because Kyoto Annie actually made a ridiculous amount of PVs prior to the free one, and some of those PVs would have been 10 times more interesting. I'm pretty sure we've all seen them. If not, I'll post some links into in the description, in the
In
the Twitter as well.
My last point about Free was that I was expecting to be... After watching Kyoka, I was expecting to be blown away visually, and I wasn't.
What?
I felt that it was kind of high mediocre on the
water
visuals,
animation.
but it wasn't...
That is your own fault for expecting something.
For watching Kyoka?
No, it's not like Kyoka's animation was like that good.
I thought it was magnificent. I just thought it was really smooth and really pretty, and I expected the same thing of Free, but I'm only getting it during the man service and underwater moments, and that's not enough for me.
Because wasn't it like a tech demo for water?
Yes, it was.
Do you really expect them to be like, we gotta focus on things other than what we were showing off? The water.
Well, I'd like them to focus on the faces.
Fuck that.
Who needs faces when you have abs? Like,
Exactly. It's like the woman version of men.
Yeah,
Who needs
but
faces
no.
when you have abs?
It's not
Who needs
enough.
faces when you have boobs?
exactly.
I mean, you know. I'm not really like that myself.
I'm shallow, and it's not enough for me.
They blew the entire budget on the swimming animation, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, the swimming animation is fantastic, though.
You don't say.
It really is.
That's the entire point of the anime, the swimming animation.
That's the only point of the whole anime.
But there's not
Yes.
enough of it.
If there is a point.
Yeah. If there was a point, it was swimming.
Moving on.
Swimming in Free is like music in K-On! Yeah, that's it. Continue.
Oh, I lied. I lied. There is something that I'm really enjoying this season. That is new this season. And that is Hakenden Toko Haken Ibun Season 2.
the English?
It is Hakenden Season 2. A Talk to the East.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
You won't like it.
Okay.
It's full of hot guys, and it's based on a novel that was historically written in
I have a
Japan.
feeling like you've spoken about this before.
I have. This is season 2, and it's still pretty. It's still kind of slow, but you know, it's based on something that is
Everyone dies?
Probably.
Actually, I'm waiting on somebody to die. But no, the point of it is, when Princess Fusei was, she sealed a demon within herself and then committed suicide. And as she did, these 8 gems that are personifications of virtues went and were born into men in the world. And if they ever gather together, she will come back to life and grant their wishes. And it's based on the fiction novel Hakenden, which was written in historical Japan. But it's not like heavily based on it. It's just like borrowing most of it and then inserting other characters in it.
Okay.
But it's really, really pretty, and I really, really like pretty much all the characters. Even
Which studio is doing it?
What?
Which is the studio?
I don't. Here, let me look it up because I don't follow studios.
Oh. Because that's like the main thing for me when watching anime.
James, I hate you so much.
It is done by Studio Dean.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch it.
Ew! Don't touch it, leave it with a stick! Ew!
No, thank you.
The yaoi hints are either easy to ignore if you want to ignore them like me and explain away as comic relief, or if you're into that sort of thing, you can just wrap yourself up in it and go to town.
Have Studio Dean ever made a good anime? I'm serious here.
No.
I like Hakenden.
No.
Let me check.
No.
What the fuck has Studio Dean done? And I'll tell you.
They've done Fate Stay Night.
Okay.
Blade Works.
They did Trust and Betrayal, Rurouni Kenshin.
Let's see. Studio Dean.
That and Higurashi. That's like the only good thing they've
Yatsura!
done.
Oh my god, that's a classic. Maison Ikoku, I loved that. Let's see. Pat Labor. Oh my god, they did Pat Labor. They did Ramo and Hat. They did Pat Labor the movie. They did V Gundam. They did DNA Squared.
All of which had bad animation.
They did Violinist of Hamlin. Rurouni Kenshin.
Hana.
Shut the fuck up!
Hana, I just want to say one thing.
They did Read or Die.
I disagree with your opinions.
But I liked Get Backers too.
No one cares!
It's like the worst studio.
They are the worst studio. They made Fate Stay Night. That should be evidence enough.
And as much as I like,
Didn't they do Higurashi too?
yeah, but Higurashi was good. Like, but Higurashi's anime form is the worst form of Higurashi. Like the
and they did
both the
Hakuoki
visual novel
too.
and the manga are like 100 times better than the anime.
Yeah, technically, the only thing that the Higurashi anime has is the Higurashi story, which Studio Dean did not make.
Oh shit! They did Dragon Crisis. I love Dragon Crisis.
Okay, moving on. I've also been watching Ginga Kikotai Majestic Prince, which is leftovers from last season.
I thought you fucking dropped that shit.
I didn't like it at first.
I thought you dropped it like a watermelon into a pool.
No, that was the
That was also the
boy
same
band anime that I dropped.
Surprise, surprise.
No, you're thinking Utano Prince Sama. No, Majestic Prince is Mecha.
They both have princes in it.
Majestic Prince is the story of a group of failures who are given the chance to succeed, and then it's the journey of them succeeding and fighting against this alien race. And the mecha designs are really what kept me with it, because the Gold 4 is the sniper mecha, and it does this really awesome thing where whenever it aims for a sniper shot, the head aligns with the gun, and it just, every time it does that, my inner mecha girl is going, oh my god, that's so awesome.
Oh, cool.
But that's what kept me with it, and then the characters have really grown on me, and I'm really there's a possible trap in it.
Okay. Right. Now, let's move on to featured anime. Who wants
What
to
if
go
I
first?
watched something else?
No, you haven't.
And I'm the main host this week. It's my I get to say let's move on to featured anime. Stop messing in my territory. Let's move on to featured anime.
What a great idea.
Jovoo, what's your favorite or featured anime?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Well.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Okay, Jordan, you made this episode.
Well, my featured anime I actually decided yesterday because a friend of mine who is very close to me said to watch it because it was in England. And being from England as I am, I was like, well, sure, my dear, let's just do that. And that anime is Mosaic.
You
It's
sound like a prick.
It's Kiniro Mosaic or Kinmoza. Basically, what this thing is it's about, there's this girl from Japan. She's like, I'm gonna go to England and I'm gonna stay with a family for a while. And one thing I will say is it might not be as good to most people, but to me, I really love English. And there is so much and it's adorable.
Talking about English.
Shh, I'm not done. I need to give you examples of the English in this.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to eat the dessert? Nope.
That's fantastic.
I related to that so much because that's the sort of thing I would say. Aren't you mad at me? Yes, it's very warm.
Okay.
Can I sleep next to you? Hello! I just found the entire thing adorable, and when she, had to leave England and go back to Japan at the end of the first episode, I was, crying. It was so touching. They just started shouting hello at each other when she was leaving.
Oh my god. Hello!
Okay, hello.
Oh
I
my
have to
god,
go now.
it was so
Hello.
beautiful. Everyone's also very adorable, so
There's only 2 anime that I've seen that ever went to England. And I technically haven't even seen one. I've only really seen one, and I know the other. Literally, there's an anime called Special A, which is really good.
Special A was in England?
Yeah, they went to England.
Oh
They
no,
went to
sorry, I
London.
was thinking A channel.
Yeah.
My bad.
Especially they go to London to stop some evil plan or something, and then it's basically just a group of high school kids, and they're like, "Oh look, it's London Bridgie," and I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, it's fucking England, mate.
Oh look, it's Big Benu.
Just as I go to drink my water. So what was the other one?
The K-On! Movie.
Oh, also their dog was called Poppy.
They named their dog Poppy. Okay.
Oh, the person who told me to watch it was just like, is that like an England thing where you call your dogs Poppy?
Yeah.
As in Puppy and Poppy, but no.
It's embedded in our.
Yeah, man. It's like it's in our
culture.
nature to call dogs puppies.
Yeah. It's like, here, puppy, and
Hey, Poppy.
Do you call your cats Kitty?
I did once.
and then I did once, but it scratched me. I've called it bitch ever since.
Oh, it's funny because it's a cat.
Does it bark at you?
Shut up, Hana.
No, it hisses at me. Like
Shut
a
up,
snake.
Hana.
I tried
Okay.
too hard.
So, should we check out your featured anime?
You fucking better. Even if just the first episode, it's worth it.
We're
Just-
making that thing now. We're
just-
making that thing.
Huh?
Instead of saying bye now, we have to say hello.
Exactly. And then it was even better because the one who was English and didn't know any Japanese and didn't really know much Japanese, she finally, after a whole 1 episode, learned how to say hello in Japanese.
That's adorable.
I know, it was so cute.
20 minutes. You don't have to say konnichiwa.
Exactly. They were just running around down the road, and while she was in the car, going back to Japan to the airport and all that, he was like, hello, and then the other one was running down the road like, konnichiwa! I was like, oh my god! Konnichiwa! Yeah. Anyway, go and watch it if you haven't, because it's the
Okay.
best experience you'll ever have, and it will make you just so happy about your life. Everything will be right in the world anyway. Go on. Whoever's
Okay.
next.
Jovoo,
So-
do you have a
A featured
you have
anime?
something that-
Contain.
Yeah, do you have something you want to talk about, or should we just skip you over for this segment?
I wanted to talk about some Ghibli movies.
Pick one.
But it's like every
Never
person
seen it.
has a different favorite. in terms of Ghibli.
Not me.
Well,
I'm gonna have to complete.
It's a running gag.
I just nullified
okay.
everything you just said. How does that make you feel?
Okay, Jovoo, shoot.
well, I don't know. It's Spirited Away is the only movie, the only anime movie that has been Academy Award worthy, right?
Yeah, they stole that prize off Treasure Planet, my favorite Disney movie. I'm not happy about that.
Well,
I'm not.
And since Ghibli is like the Disney of anime, at least I consider it.
No.
Disney actually owns most of the rights to most of Ghibli's
Yeah,
films.
there you go. So it is the Disney of anime.
I really don't care for Ghibli.
Thank you, James.
My favorite anime
Yeah.
is a Ghibli.
I like you more now.
I'm so sad.
That's okay. We are all entitled to our own opinions.
I like James more now,
okay,
though.
Spirited Away for one. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's the best Japanese anime ever." I was sat in my media class at school, and they started talking about Spirited Away. This is British education. They're talking about Spirited Away. I can argue that movies like Summer Wars and Red Line and Sword of the Stranger are 10 times better than Summer Wars, yet don't even get recognised.
I think you mean Spirited Away.
Yeah, because you said Summer Wars twice.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I'm tired.
And wake the fuck up!
Thank you for correcting me.
Why? What do you dislike about it?
It's not that good.
But why isn't it that good?
In terms of?
Because its fan base is like, Spirited Away is the best thing
Well,
ever
that
made.
doesn't
In
make
my
it
eyes,
bad.
the fan base ruins
You're basing
absolutely
your
everything.
entire opinion of the movie on its fan base.
Yeah, that's what I do for a lot of things, because I don't give a fuck about how quote-unquote amazing Apple products or Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto are.
I wouldn't. Yeah, the
I
fan base has a
won't
big
watch
role.
a thing because of the fan base.
The fan base has a big role in how I perceive the movie. So
you dislike
how like
Shingeki
we.
too, right?
Pardon?
You dislike Shingeki no Kyojin too.
The Shingeki no Kyojin fan base seems to be quite awesome. You know, making awesome flash games and stuff.
I disagree.
I'm not saying that the movie is bad because solely because of the fan base. The fan base is making it out to be a masterpiece. As far as I'm concerned, each Ghibli film has a really weak story,
Yeah, I agree. With
and that really affects it. The animation is superb. Some of my favourite animation is from Howl's Moving Castle because they spend so much time in detail animating the backgrounds. It's just the story of, say, like Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away.
But the story of Howl is like the worst of all the other. Not the movie, the story, because like at the end nothing is explained. Nothing.
Yeah, I know. That's one of my biggest problems with Ghibli films.
Have you seen Grave of the Fireflies?
Wait, this question is directed to?
To James. Have you seen Grave of the Fireflies?
I have not seen Grave to the Fireflies.
Well,
Grave of the Fireflies is, in my opinion, it is the best of the Ghibli films.
it has the best
And-
story.
If it's directed by Mamoru Hosoda, then maybe. If it's directed by
directed
Miyazaki,
by-
then no.
It is directed by Isao Takahata.
I don't know who he is.
Well, my favorite Ghibli movie and my favorite anime in general is Princess Mononoke. And
Mononoke Hime. That was like the best North American anime release, period.
funny story,
To date.
I watched Princess Mononoke about 13 years ago on TV. They like randomly decided to put it on. And I was so excited about it, and I was waiting every week for them to do reruns of it. And I managed to catch it a couple of times, but after which I never knew what it was called. And like for 12 years, I was like searching for this anime that I have watched when I was a little kid.
Oh, I know that feeling.
And I
know
never
that
knew the name.
so much.
And like, I joined Mal like a year ago-ish. And I was like, even then, I was like, this is an interesting site. Maybe I can find that anime here. And I never did. And a couple of months ago, I watched an AMV. And there was this scene, like a split second. And I was like, wait, I know that scene. And I like wrote in the comments for somebody to tell me. And they did. And I was like, oh my god. That feeling. And it's like, and I watched it and it was still good. Which I thought I would be disappointed after 12 years or something.
And it's like with me, because there are two things that I like really loved when I was younger, and I never remember because at a certain age I like forgot absolutely everything I knew. So like, and those two things were Cardcaptor Sakura and Klonoa 2, which is a game, but that's irrelevant. So I like just was around YouTube and I saw the opening. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then ran around flailing my arms. But yeah.
Okay.
I want to agree with Jovoo on Mononoke Hime being a really, really good movie. I am a fan of Miyazaki's more ecological-minded works, such as Mononoke Hime and Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, which is not Ghibli, but you should go read the manga. It's fantastic.
Nope.
He is responsible for shaping a good deal of my ecological outlook as an adult.
He's responsible for a lot of things in the anime industry.
Well, I mean, just personally, I took some really big lessons away from Mononoke Hime and Nausicaa, just about the environment and taking care of the environment, and this is our only world that we do get, so we should take care of it. So recycle, guys.
Yeah, recycle.
Recycle.
Okay. I can argue that Princess Mononoke isn't that good, and you're basing most of your opinions of it purely off of nostalgia.
Yeah. No. I would agree totally with that.
Okay, thank God you're agreeing with me.
But it's still no. Look. It's legitimately a good anime. There's no discussion here. Is it great? Is it a masterpiece? That's more down to nostalgia, and it's the same for Spirited Away and Castle in the Sky and Grave of the Fireflies. For every Ghibli movie, nostalgia plays a large factor in it.
My biggest problem with most of Ghibli movies is, like I said, how weak the stories are, but it's also how weak the narrative is. They don't support the narrative enough. So most of the film just has blurred lines, and you always end up asking too many questions which just don't get answered.
Well, I think part of that is you're from a non-Japanese culture, and if you were from the Japanese culture, or more familiar with the Japanese culture, you wouldn't have so many questions, because the Ghibli films tend to assume a certain cultural, I don't want to say baseline, but a cultural base knowledge. They're not like an introduction to anime sort of anime. They're you've grown up with this culture, so you will understand this without us having to explain it.
I could argue against that. So let's take House Moving Castle for example.
Well, that's based on a book.
That's based off a British book.
So where do you find that the narrative is weak in that then?
The way it's presented.
No. He's right. The narrative is very weak.
I haven't read the book. I felt comfortable with the narrative.
Well, it's sort of like the war. It's hinted at throughout the film, and then for the last 10 minutes, it's like, oh my god, there's a war on. It's screwing everyone over.
Yeah, it's nothing is explained, and even the romance, there are so many holes in it that are just not clarified at the end. It's really bad. But Mononoke doesn't have that problem.
I don't know.
Knock.
We need to wrap this up because we've still got some more. James, your featured anime.
Ooh, Golden Boy.
Okay.
Golden Boy is amazing.
That's a good
That
idea.
is amazing.
I think you could say it's golden. But when I watched Golden Boy, I stumbled across it for the first time when I was really just experimenting with anime, when I didn't really know what was what. So I happened to watch Golden Boy, and then he was laughing into a toilet, and I thought this is weird, and just clicked off it. 2 years later, I finished watching Fate Zero second season. I'm in shock and awe. I don't think any anime can compare to it. And then me and my friend Holden were like, dude, let's watch Golden Boy. And because it's so stupid, and because it's so funny, I don't know, it's so funny. It's amazing.
Cool.
I've seen a little bit of it. It is pretty funny. I'm glad you're watching something that's older.
Hey, I've seen most of Lupin the Third. Oh, right, no, I've seen the
old.
entire first season of Lupin, which is probably older than any anime I can think of.
You need to go watch Utena.
You need to watch the original Gundam now, that's all.
I have seen the original Gundam.
Well, there you go. That's like 79.
And Lupin was 62.
Okay, so you recommend to our viewers to go and seek out and watch Golden Boy.
Yes, go watch Golden Boy. You won't regret it. It is hilarious.
No.
Has anyone else seen Golden Boy, apart from Hannah's snippets?
I've seen random scenes, like the toilet scene and stuff.
The best thing about Golden Boy is it uses juxtaposition,
Octopus?
and it somehow managed... Juxtaposition, you moron.
Octoposition. 8 positions.
Juxtaposition is putting two things together so that
Yeah.
it's an art term and a literature term.
Oh,
It uses juxtaposition for a comedic effect, and it somehow manages to turn a really bad situation on its head and makes it really funny at the same time. Like, the first episode is just amazing. The opening is so 90s that I remember my childhood just listening to it. And yeah, go watch Golden Boy. Hana?
My featured this episode is Hakuoki Reimeiroku, which is the 3rd season of Hakuoki. And I'm going to be the queen of conciseness here with my little description. Based on an otome visual novel game and taking place during the Bakumatsu, Hakuoki focuses on the historical personages of the Shinsengumi, only they get turned into these vampire things called Furies. It's slow, as many historically based things tend to be, but it is so pretty. And it like literally drips with history, which is, aside from all the hot guys, the reason why I watch it. The 3rd season is actually a prequel, which means we don't have to deal with the annoyingly pathetic female lead character.
Hana?
Yes.
No, I was saying that was you, but I'm gone.
No, I'm not the annoyingly... If I were in that anime, I would use my freaking sword, okay? I would slash up a bitch, and I would
you really?
be more than just standing there calling everyone's name.
I don't think you would, personally.
Yeah, I would either.
I don't imagine.
Would you
see
really?
you as that.
Would you really kill
That's like
somebody?
me saying, I will definitely dive in front of a car to save someone, but odds are I'll be probably frozen in space from the terror of not actually
Or take a bullet for him, yeah.
I totally would, in my mind, but I can also assume that I won't because of other things.
There's something you guys don't know about me.
A lot. I know things about you, Hana. I know your true identity.
I actually have
Hana,
some small
I've just gone over
training in sword fighting.
Hana, I've just gone over your psychic pass, and your crime coefficient has gone up.
Oh shit!
Oh well, I guess you got to shoot me.
No, it's fine. You're at 98,
your
but
view's
any
just
higher,
a little bit cloudy. It's fine. It's
I
not that clouded.
would totally, if I were born into the Bushi class, I would totally
Die.
be willing to fuck off, okay?
You would totally what?
I would totally use my sword if I were.
She would use her sword,
grown
but
up in
accidentally cut
Bakumatsu,
herself
and I was
die.
born into the Bushi class, and I was demonic royalty, which she is.
And then she
The
would
only thing that
accidentally
she
cut
does is
herself
get
and
hurt
die.
and call people's names, and
Hana, your crime coefficient has gone over 100 now. We're gonna have to
Okay,
use the
shoot me.
dominators.
Shoot me. But she's not in the 3rd season. She's not in the 3rd season, which makes it okay.
Moving on.
Much better, actually. And
Hana. Moving on.
I'm trying to make my very last point if you'll let me.
Hurry up.
So instead of the main character, the annoying main character from the first 2 seasons, we have a new character who is voiced by my favorite voice actor ever, Tomokazu Seki. And
that's pretty cool.
If you like historical things and you like pretty boys, you should go watch it.
I really don't like Japanese history.
That's okay. You don't have to.
I'm just saying. I don't know what it is about it. I'm really enthusiastic about history. It's just something that you normally find interesting, like Japanese history. I couldn't care less about, and I don't know why.
According to Civilization 5, which I've been playing, Japan also made the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, they made. Oh, maybe it's interesting then.
They also have Big Ben. So, anyway.
I'm gonna sue them for copyright.
Yeah, anyway.
That's not on.
Should we move on to the topic and stuff, Hana?
We should move on to the topic at hand, which is licensing issues over different countries.
Yeah. I think we should let our guests go first, considering certain things. And I really just want to vent here, so
Jovoo, what country are you from?
I'm from Macedonia.
Australia!
Don't put words in his mouth.
Jamaica!
I'm from Macedonia.
Switzerland!
Shut the fuck up.
Macedonia. And what is the sort of anime forecast in Macedonia? Do you have a lot of...
There is none.
So you don't have any like legal releases in your country?
No. So basically, if I want to buy an anime, I watch legal streams, like I seriously do, and when I'm a decent person, guys. Come on.
Sure you do.
The anime that I have bought, which are very few, are either from a friend that has been on vacation in, say, the USA or UK, or from relatives that have just sent me stuff. But I know that it's like really hard. It's like amazingly hard to get anime over here, like in this region, not in just my country.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that sucks.
It does suck.
Do you have regional strictures on you for the legal streaming sites such as Crunchyroll and
Funimation?
Funimation. Oh, Neon Alley.
Yeah, Neon Alley. That's the one that I'm...
What, the one on the PlayStation? Yeah, the one on the PlayStation. Yeah.
Jeez.
So can you access those types of sites in your country?
I can't access Hulu and I can't access
Hulu and Funimation are American sites.
Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I can't access those sites, and I access Crunchyroll through what was it called? Was it called VPA account?
Proxy.
Like my IP is redirected.
Proxy.
So I'm not quite sure if I can access it from over here, but I doubt it.
Okay.
Like if legitimately.
Right. So the basic thing is, so you want more anime in your country, and if there were
you would throw your money at them
who were releasing anime legally in your country and airing it in your country, you would happily throw money at them in order to get your anime picks, right?
Yes.
In other words, if we came to your country and started a business, and we just licensed everything you loved...
Dude, just call me. I know people. It's a done deal.
Perfect. We'll start monopolizing your country immediately.
I think we could go into business.
Okay, so let's move over to Britain.
Okay, I want to get one thing just like out of the way.
You do it.
Fuck everyone.
Fuck HMV. HMV.
No,
fuck you,
James. If something is already in English, release it here, please. Because, especially if it's streaming, there's probably not much extra charge, and you will get more money.
There is actually a lot extra charge because of copyright.
There is.
Even if I had to access the American servers.
International copyright law, technically it's illegal for you to access the American servers to watch.
That's what I mean, as in if it's like, oh, by the way, it's all licensing issues, and sort it out. If something's going to shit, you give it to more people. You don't say like, oh, we're going to shit, but
Jordan.
I just stick with America.
But anime in Europe is like a lot more expensive than in the USA.
Jordan.
A lot more.
Jordan.
Did you just say more expensive?
Yes.
Jordan.
Yeah, because you have to license it in every single country that you're releasing it in.
Really?
It's more expensive from what I've seen.
You can't just go, I'm going to get a UN license for Sword Art Online and release it to the entire group of countries that are in the UN or whatever, the Euro,
the EU,
whatever.
Not the UN.
Yes, but then you just get more licenses. Anyway, James, you were going to say something?
Well, copyright law in the UK is actually really simple. The problem is, it's not the same everywhere. If it was the same everywhere, if someone were to make an anime and they were to dub it, they could sell it anywhere they want, whenever they want. They don't have to worry about licensing or anything, because the moment you write something down, that is copyrighted to you. However, if you are in places like America, you have to take something through the law, through the courts to get it patented.
No,
and
actually,
that's
you
where
don't.
You don't?
Actually, you don't. No, you have to have proof that you wrote it at a certain date.
Oh yeah, you have to have proof.
You
Yeah,
write a
that's
novel and you mail it to yourself. It is copyright the moment you write it down, but you have to have some sort of dated proof.
Okay.
Legally dated proof in order to hold up in court.
Okay, well, there's some places in the world that you actually have to take it through the legal process of taking it to court, and then they have to verify it with evidence, and then it's copyrighted to you. I'm not too sure what it is in Japan, but by the time the time it takes for America to actually get their hands on Japanese anime takes a lot longer than it would take a lot longer if, say, Manga UK or Kaze were to go directly to Japan and were like, yeah, can we dub this? It's easier just to buy the license off the Americans. That is why we get some anime, but like a lot slower and for a lot more expensive price, because the Americans get it cheaper because they can buy it cheaper. Yet they sell it to us for a greater price. The problem I have is the actual distribution of anime. Now, HMV is the only place I can think of that sells anime off the shelves. I don't know about how your HMV is doing, but mine is either A, closing down, or B, in the process of closing down. So they're not getting anything new in. I really wanted to get Code Geass on Blu-ray. Yet they only had the second season on DVD, and
now HMV is that like a Blockbuster?
It's like a media store, general media, like CDs, DVDs, games, etc.
But it's a buy, not a rent.
It is a buy.
Okay, so that's more like for an FYE for us.
One thing, James, since you brought up HMV, the one near my college has been shut down for a while, but in places like Oxford, which I went to, they had like a full shelf, and one thing I will say, I loved that. Because,
yeah, you sent me a picture of it, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is awesome, and then people went up there, and I was like, oh my god, people here care. And someone was like, I'm going to get season 2 of Negima. And then they were like, oh, it's season 2, I haven't seen season 1. I was like, hey man, that's like a remake. And then they're like, oh, sweet, I'm going to go buy it.
Also, why is it so expensive?
Because I say it's probably just because it's a retailer and they're not, like, usually very good when it comes to lowering things in general. Compared to online, at least.
Yeah, well, basically, I was in HMV the other day, and...
Berserk, right?
Yeah, Berserk. No,
£35.
£35 for a movie that was practically all CG.
The thing is, Hana, you say, like, licensing and everything, but, like, my reason why I say is because I can find it on, like, Amazon for, like, a buttload less. That's the only reason, like...
say, you can buy them from Amazon.
Well, okay, but let me ask you this. The Amazon retailer that you're purchasing from, where is their physical location?
That is Amazon, and I think it is UK something. James, do you know? Because it does say where it is.
If it's Amazon itself and it's not a retailer working through Amazon,
it is Amazon itself.
Has the power to negotiate with the companies for much lower prices. I actually am fairly well acquainted with someone who was in the manga importing business. So I've had some discussions on how it is you go about getting licensing for these kinds of things. You have to go to Japan and you have to be in really good cahoots with the companies to get good prices. If you insult them, if you don't have a Japanese employee in your company, if a host of things can go wrong and jack the price up considerably. At least at the point in time when I had this conversation a few years ago. That was the economic state of affairs of licensing.
I have a question.
Okay.
I'm personally not sure how going to Japan to do that is say Amazon going to Japan to do that is like a thing, because it's like made and distributed in this country. Not the anime itself, obviously, but what is being sold is like done by people who have seen whatever did it here.
I'm talking about
that's what I mean.
Purely the licensing rights. You have to.
Yeah, but would the company who's selling it have to go to them the licensing
No, but the
rights.
company who's selling it, if it's a big name retailer like Amazon, they can go, well, we're not going to host your product for any more than blah. You know, you can
But
get
would they have to go to Japan to do that when it's being done by
Amazon?
the people
Amazon?
here? I'm kind of lost with. I don't.
Okay, I think I'm lost
on
on what exactly you're trying to ask.
Okay.
Is it
I think he's talking more about physical copies.
Yeah.
okay? No, the people who are selling the physical copies do not have to go and negotiate for licensing rights. They have to go to the company that holds the licensing rights, which they probably do over email nowadays.
I know, but like the thing is, why would Amazon have to go over to Japan to discuss it with them when they're not the ones who are directly?
I mean, I didn't say that Amazon did. I said whoever has the licensing rights.
I'm sure you said
Yeah,
Japan,
because Amazon is just a distributor.
I thought you said
Yeah,
whoever's like discussing prices.
Forgive me if I misworded it. I meant the people who own the licensing rights, who then sell to Amazon.
Okay.
I was like confused because you said that, and I was like, why would? Because
there's a trickle down sort of economics here. If the people who own the licensing rights have to pay more for it in order to sell it to Amazon, and what's HMV, is that what it is? Amazon has the big bully power to say, we're going to buy it for $30 and we're going to sell it for $35, and you get a 10% markup. That's your profit. It's 10%. Whereas your HMV probably doesn't have the economic clout to say something like that, so they have to buy it for $35 and sell it for $40 or whatever in order to make a profit. Because they don't have we have the buying power to say that if you don't give it to us for this price, we're not going to carry it at all, and you're going to lose a huge market, like Amazon does.
That's the other thing that confuses me, because HMV has different prices at different stores, and that really confused me.
I can't talk about that.
Neither can I, because it's like, James, have you ever like seen that, or is there like literally only one HMV where you are?
There's one. Well, there's technically two. There's one on my island, and then there's one on a neighbouring island, on a different island. The one on the different island is in a castle, and it's 10 times cooler.
Oh my god, I want to go there.
It's actually cool. And then the only reason I like them is they actually had, they were selling, what were they selling? They had Kamino Shuru Sekai. And the world only God knows.
Oh, okay.
But, yes.
As in, I have that now, because that was, the one in Oxford, which was amazing.
But then the one in Jersey just sucks.
Yeah.
But I think how we can explain the different prices is each different store is managed by a different management team, right? If they've got, say, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Part 1, Episodes 1 to 13, into their store, they would sell it the recommended price, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say it's been on the shelf for 2 months and they haven't sold one. Mm-hmm. They can reduce the price.
Because the thing where I sit on it is, there are two places where I used to go to get anime which were close, and that was King's Lynn and Boston. Now, Boston, Blue Exorcist Part 2 over there was £30. A lot of things were really expensive over there. And then they had the Blue Cross thing, but you remember the Blue Cross sale thing, right?
Yeah.
Which was like 25% off, depending, again, really on stores also. They did different.
Yeah, I got so much shit because of that.
Yeah. It was like 50% off and you got PSN things, so like, you basically got free money. But, yeah. The thing is, Blue Exorcist there was not Blue Cross and it was £30 in Boston. Whereas King's Lynn, like, very close state-wise, and then I went back to Boston, it was still there and the same. King's Lynn had it on Blue Cross sale for £15, and it was like £10 with the Blue Cross sale.
Okay. Yeah, that could just be that they wasn't selling and they wanted to get rid of it.
Probably, but Blue Exorcist was sitting there for longer from what I know, because the last time I went to Lynn, it wasn't even there. That's the thing that got me. I was like, what?
Maybe it's just like one of the management team was like, yeah, just leave it.
Yeah,
and
fuck you guys. Let's just be cool and make you not pay a buttload. But yeah. Should we go on to streaming things? Because
can we talk briefly about the anime weather in America?
Weather? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because it
you
seems
have
like
a lot better off. But...
from hearing you guys, it seems like in at least Britain, you guys are where we were in about 97-ish. Because this is...
I have a question. How much was a full series then?
The prices were completely different.
I know that they were like a lot more because I'm pretty sure it was the same everywhere.
It's
but
a lot cheaper nowadays.
Yeah.
But like even here, it's like I got The World God Only Knows for £15 for like $25.
Okay, well let me say this. Back when I first got into anime, you know, DVD wasn't a huge format back then.
Fucking
it was still VHSs.
Fuck yeah.
Evangelion on VHS.
I saw that and I was really tempted to just get it, just cause.
And my VHS collection used to be I'm 5'4"
fucking
and a half
huge.
inches, right? I'm 5'4" and a half inches, alright? I had bookshelves that were twice the length of my height, 4 high, filled with VHSs and yet more. So, quite a lot of the income was spent on VHS tapes. But yeah, the price has come down considerably. Even toward the end of the VHS lifespan, it was coming down because anime was becoming a bigger thing with the advent of Toonami, and it became a lot more mainstream. And I feel like you guys are kind of in the same atmosphere availability-wise with physical media as we were in 97, 2000-ish.
I would say that is not the case.
Yeah, me either, really. Because from what I heard, it was like okay, for like 4 episodes, how much was it?
It was like...
I don't remember. And between,
I know it was like a lot.
Between the difference between... And I'm not talking about pricing. I'm talking about actual availability physically.
Yeah.
With the physical media.
Even then, we still have fairly... Not in-store, but now the internet's a thing. Which,
I'm
in general...
not taking the internet into account at all. Just
here's the thing. You can't really do that in this day and age. Because why would stores say, let's stock this... when it's like online?
Well, why are you guys talking about your local HMV then instead of talking about what you get online?
Because there's a lot of people who don't buy online.
But at the same time, you also have to take into consideration
physical availability, and you're telling me that I can't talk about just the physical availability when that's what you guys were talking about before. That's why
because we're on about this day and age, really. As in, it may be available online, but I personally wasn't like 100% HMV. I was just like, you guys have a lot more anime than we do here.
Yeah, that's what...
In general, that's what I mean. Not like, HMV's shit. Which it's not, because I like HMV.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about, is the number of anime that we have licensed and available for physical purchase legally in the United States. It's a lot more than you guys have licensing rights and physical purchasing availability without importing in Britain.
Yeah. Because there's a lot more people in America who like anime. So, and then you got larger companies like Funimation and stuff. But like over here, we've got...
Yes, I know that. But what I'm saying is that you guys are like the past of what we were. And that it will probably only continue to grow there. Judging from...
I doubt it.
I would say it would... very slightly, because at the same time, you also still have to consider landmass as a thing in general number of people. Would it be worth them doing it? Because in America, you do have a very large audience compared to here.
True.
Yeah, stupidly large.
Yeah.
Like
if I was, for example, if I was a business, I wouldn't say, like, let's also give it to the smaller audience if it doesn't seem worth it to me. Even though that seems, like, pretty dumb of me. From, like, say, a fan perspective, or a business perspective, why the fuck would I? I mean, personally, I would love to give it to everyone.
Let's put it this way, right? There used to be a shop I used to go to buy my manga called WH Smith's, right?
Yeah, they don't stock much anymore at all.
They used to stock quite a bit, because, and I'm pretty convinced that I was the only person who was purchasing manga there.
Yeah.
I stopped I stopped for about a year. I went in there the other day. They had one light novel, and that was it.
They had a light novel?
They had the Death Note light novel.
Wow. I went into Waterstones in Oxford, and they had like some Haruhi light novels. I was like, that's cool. I haven't seen light novels before, James.
You haven't seen the Death Note one, so like
No, I haven't seen light novels in general, from what I remember.
But yeah, it's literally because there's so. I know 2 people on the island that like anime. Right, I live on an island, okay, of about 10,000 people. No, sorry, 100,000 people now. I was thinking 90 or whatever, right? Out of those 100,000 people, I know 2 people who legitimately like anime. 2.
Yeah. I know a few more here, but obviously it's quite a bit bigger here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like also like in the area that I'm in, and even then they're like a good 10 miles away.
I'm quite surprised that Manga UK and Kaze are releasing what they are. However,
Kaze, I'm like, no, I'll tell you what I am like really happy about, like one specific company that I will like praise, and that's Anime Limited. They're like the best right now to me. Because they have Cowboy Bebop coming out on Blu-ray, which I don't think America got, which is like coming out late, like the end of this month, and then the end of September for part 2.
Actually,
they've just licensed Gurren Lagann, which I'm pretty sure it also said Blu-ray there. Hopefully, not going to be the price of an Aniplex release of Gurren Lagann on Blu-ray, but
yeah,
they have. No, it wasn't Samurai. They have Outlaw Star, which was another one.
I like how. I do like how we're getting.
I like how we are actually getting more, surprisingly, considering the fact that we kind of just said no, it's not really going to grow much.
Yeah, I do like how we're getting more Blu-rays in America. Actually,
yeah, that like legitimately surprised me because for the longest time I was like, fucking America with all your damn Blu-rays and your Blu-ray DVD combo packs,
and they don't even have Black Lagoon on Blu-ray.
Really?
Really?
Guess we're not doing.
I bet someone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, we do." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I'm sorry if we're wrong. I apologize. We don't know much about you. But like, real talk. Shout out to Anime Limited and Kaze, who
we love you guys. Continue doing what you're doing.
Give me all of your anime because I want it.
Okay, I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Now, I don't know the state of like the dubbing industry over there across the pond.
I don't know if it exists. From what I remember, Brian telling me because he knows.
We have a dubbing industry.
People like manga and people, huh?
Is it mostly done in Canada?
It's
for you guys?
wherever you guys get your dubs. Usually we get it from ours because from what Brian told me, which I'm kind of confused. Apparently, some country here is essentially just Funimation in disguise. I'll trust him on that because Brian's a smart guy who knows things.
Funimation, how dare you hide from us?
No, that's a good thing because that means we get all of Funimation's dubs and shit. But they can't for certain reasons, or it's a better way business-wise to sort of do it that way rather than directly linking with
licensing
Funimation.
issues.
Yeah.
Maybe if we follow their...
I'm pretty sure he said manga entertainment, but I could be wrong.
Guys, maybe if we copy their motto and follow it, we'll find out. You should be watching.
Maybe if we... we should be watching them. Then we'll know.
We should be watching them, exactly.
Oh, shit.
And see what they're doing.
Shout out to Kaze.
I was going to say, yeah, we mostly get our dubs. There are 2 main regions of North America where the dubbing, if you want to be a voice actor, you go move there. It's Austin, Texas, and Vancouver up in Canada.
I thought LA was one.
Where they do most of the voice acting work.
I think LA was a place that had stuff. No, because I'm probably thinking video games wise. I'm not too sure. Because like...
Probably Vancouver is that's the big voice acting mecca is Vancouver.
Like the reason I quote unquote pretend to know things about voice acting is because like I was in a fan dubbing group and like people there know a lot about things. It's like, well, if you want to do good things, you should probably move to this place. And I think LA was brought up at some point, but I was probably wrong. I know that like Austin's where fucking Funimation is,
but most of the
I think it's a place where people live.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Anyway.
can we rant about streaming?
As long
Yes.
as you don't bring up a specific country.
Yeah.
Okay.
Company,
pick up
rather.
Companies.
I am annoyed with most of the legal streaming services.
Yes.
Because of the region blocking?
Yes.
The region blocking is stupid.
It...
Also, if you do manage to get it to work, the servers are normally really slow.
Yeah,
and
that's just
hard to watch
a
anything on.
side effect of a VPN. Usually.
Yeah.
Going through, like, two things. It's, like, essentially streaming from another computer. So it's, like,
Yeah.
kind of awkward.
As much as I am for supporting the industry, I tend not to stream anime legally. I normally just illegally stream it and then buy the official release.
Can I bring up mine? Method? Or methods that I kind of follow sometimes, usually?
Sure, yeah, just a second, can you let me finish?
Yeah, okay, sorry. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
The problem with streaming for the longest time was you'd always end up with some really dodgy looking video player streaming really bad quality anime that would normally stop halfway through.
That's
and
why
then
I, like,
if you try to
my stuff now, usually.
Yeah,
if I can't
and
stream
then
it.
you'd have to like refresh the page and then rewatch the whole episode again because you couldn't skip ahead.
Yeah.
I've recently stumbled across this anime, this illegal anime streaming website, that essentially uses YouTube to host their videos. They've basically got like a version of YouTube's video player, and then they've put all their videos on it. And it's just like watching YouTube videos. You don't have any lag. You can pull it back. You can change the quality, and it's just made anime watching for me a lot easier. Now, if they were to release something similar legally, I believe Funimation do. I think it's for Funimation that they have some of their episodes on their YouTube channel.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, I know they have Sengoku Basara.
I know that they also had Negima. I'm not sure if they still do.
Now, if they could just like do that with basically everything they own and make it region free, I wouldn't have any complaints. The closest thing that I can
right back around to licensing issues.
Can I get my little thing out first before
Yeah.
we do? Like, the way that I try to go about it is because one thing is a certain streaming site. It's like, we have certain sites in both countries, but the thing is, one country would get more from it, and I would have to pay the same amount.
Exactly.
That kind of pissed me off. So the way I go about it is, I'll try and find out if it's on there, and if it's, like, actually licensed by them and all that stuff. If it is, I'll download it, because to me, that's kind of fair, because I'm paying the same price as an American. In my eyes, that's perfectly fine. Because if they give me the option, and then I will throw my money at them. If they don't, kinda gonna try and get around it in some way, and still be able to keep my my sort of conscience from trying to tear me apart from being a bad person. Because
True.
I don't. It's like I want to support them, but they're not really doing a good job at helping me help them. If you can't help me help you, I can't
It's
move
like-
to America yet.
You know, that's the exact same argument that I had 10 years ago toward the anime companies in North America. They didn't bring out the things that we wanted to see. They were really slow about bringing things out. The translations were horrible, you know.
Can I raise my hand?
And we were all just like, you know, if you just put it on the internet, we'll watch it. Just be fast about it, and we'll buy it. And
The way I see it as different is in America it already has an English release. That's my main issue. I understand.
In the past when we didn't.
I know you're on about in the past. You can't really relate it as much because it's like you're direct. In your way, it's directed between you and Japan. You have different languages. In our eyes, we're relating to America and England. We share the same language. The same content can be used easily. I'm not saying like, I'm ignoring licensing. I'm saying content itself.
Okay,
That's
but
what
when
annoys me,
yeah,
because
when
it
you ignore
exists,
licensing.
but they're not doing anything with it. Which is
But
why
you can't
a
ignore
good while
licensing.
ago I was all like, in my anime industry is dying video, shameless plug to a video that's practically useless, I was like, well, they're not doing that bad if they're not trying their hardest to reach as much of an audience. That's just my opinion on it. If your company's going to shit, you should probably aim to get as many people as possible. And again, that's just my opinion on the matter. As in, if I could move to America, I would go there and I would throw my money at them. But of course, not an option just yet.
One of the things that really is annoying me is there's a lot of communities out there that support fan subbing, and there's a bunch of fan subbing groups,
as I know,
and there's a bunch of fan dubbing and fan subbing groups, right?
Why don't they use that to their advantage?
The fan subbing is exactly. The fan subbing is usually better than the official subs, and often betterly translated. Why campaign against them when you can easily just show up and go, yeah, here's some money, do it for us?
Two things.
It will benefit.
Here's the money.
At the same time, no. Here's another thing. They're already doing it for nothing.
Exactly.
If you gave them £10, it's more than what they're already getting. The only thing I would then see is unless, like, they're getting paid by fans. Which,
most of them are.
Yeah, that's the only other thing, is what I mean. As in, again, if they're getting paid by fans, then the fans can then direct their money at whatever else.
The problem comes in breaking the sort of cycle that we're kind of locked into, because any move that the anime industry makes is going to be the wrong one. And it's been that way since the beginning.
I think they're moving in a decent direction, considering we're getting more Blu-rays, but that's just me.
Agreed.
No, I mean, like,
Blu-rays.
From a giant fan base point of view, there are too many fans to... You can't please everybody, so they're gonna make a wrong move somewhere, and somebody is going to put them on the chopping block for it. And from a company standpoint, if you're not going under, it's really hard to break out of your sort of status quo and try something new and adventurous, like streaming anime online, which, people nowadays, it's not new and adventurous to, because it's kind of the standard norm. But, back in the day, that was like a big thing. This is back before YouTube.
Oh, go on.
But it's they are in it to make a profit. They're not in it because they love the work.
I know, that's what I mean. If they're... Again, like, from my perspective, personally, of course, I don't know much about licensing. Personally, I think that's just, like, kind of dumb. I mean, obviously... I don't understand how it works, but to me, you get more profit from wider audience. That's all I'll really say.
Okay, but... how many of the people who are going to watch it streaming are actually going to go out and buy the DVDs?
I don't know. Personally, I would. Because we can't speak for everyone.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Okay, if you were to stumble into a HMV, or if you were to go on Amazon, or if you were to go on to Right Stuff or whatever, and then you see a show that you really liked on there for a reasonable price...
I'd pick it up.
You might pick it up, yeah.
Here's the other thing I like. One reason why I like, say, about HMV, I want them to have a bigger selection and all that sort of stuff. Because the way my mind works is I don't go and look for specific things most of the time online. I will go into HMV and I will say, I like the looks of this show. For the first month or two I was in college, I was like, I'll buy one thing every day I'm here. And that's how my mind worked. And I've just, bought stuff just because... It was also because, things like Origin, which James mentioned while you were away, I was like, £3 in HMV, fucking why not? Skycrawlers, why not? £3 in HMV. Black Butler, £6 in HMV. Part 1, sure, but £6 in HMV, why not? It's there, it's good price, I'll just pick it up. That's how I find out about quite a lot of things.
Okay, from a different point of view, I don't really buy that many. If I'm going to buy something on DVD or Blu-ray, it's most likely going to be because it is not streaming online, and I have heard really good things about it, and I want to see it. There are very few things, since all my VHS is no longer applicable in this day and age. There are actually very few series that I have on DVD and Blu-ray, and they are things that I'm not a rewatcher. I'm not someone who goes back and watches a lot of things outside of a certain select few things like Magic Knight Rayearth and Sokino Fafnir and Susanoo Aquarion. You know, my things that I really, really, really loved, I'll go back and rewatch. But for the most part, you know, I have hundreds of anime in my list that I've watched. And if I went out and bought DVDs and Blu-rays of all of them, I wouldn't be able to afford it.
No, I know what you mean as well, but like
we're not implying that.
I mean,
it's like if you see something cheap, you'd naturally think, oh.
Let me just pitch this to you. If you saw an anime, like say $10, you saw it and it had a lot of hot guys on the back, it like explained nice plot, nice this and this.
Have I seen it before? Has it been
whatever
streamed?
it is, it's new to you.
Okay, then I might buy it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Now,
that's what I'm talking
point of view
about.
here, the important point that I'm trying to make here is if I've seen it online streaming, or if I know that it's online streaming for free, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to spend that money. I'm not going to throw that money at the anime distributor. Because it's online and it's streaming.
Okay.
No, can I just say something real quick before you go into that? Because, like, I think our mindsets are different in the way that I consider myself, quote-unquote, or finger quotes, a collector. I just like having physical things there. That's probably a big difference between us.
I collect different things.
I mean, really, as long as it's something physical and I like, then... Or, like, just physical, really.
Well,
Hence why I bought stuff everywhere.
I collect boxes.
I collect boxes, too. Trust me, I collect boxes.
You collect box sets.
No, I collect boxes.
No,
I collect boxes.
No, guys.
You think what?
I think that we can all agree that owning something physically feels good.
Yeah.
Depends on what it is.
I have The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, High School of the D, High School of the D, God.
Damn it! You gave away one of my projects, asshole.
High School.
Shit. Shout out to Winterbomb's TAS, High School of the D, new bridge series coming soon. Anyway.
High School of the Dead. Sorry about that.
It's fine. I got to shamelessly plug myself.
Akira and Redline, right? Out of all of those stuff I own on Blu-ray, I've only watched one of them. I would never watch High School of the Dead on the television. I would never watch The Girl Who Leapt Through Time ever again because I've already seen it. It's not one of those things that you would rewatch.
I don't rewatch most things anyway.
I like having it, owning it. So what if someone wants to come over and go, oh hey, I want to get into anime.
Yeah,
what should I do?
That's
I can say, oh, go online and watch anime and be befounded by the thousands of them are. I can just lend him this copy of High School of the Dead or lend him The Girl Who Leapt Through Time and he will more than likely get into it.
Like, because another thing, I'm having some friends around on, like, Thursday. I said, hey guys, you want to watch some shit? I own a bunch of things. We can all watch it together as friends. I can do it online. Yeah. I can plug my computer into my TV, but it's not... To me, it... Plus, well, one thing, my computer's in this room. I was going to use the other room, which has, like, a bigger TV and a sofa bed.
Okay, by that same road, I can have friends over and I can turn my PS3 on, and on my big screen TV, I can stream Crunchyroll. I can stream the anime. I don't have to go out and pay the money. That's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Once it comes streaming in your country, the distributors lose.
Hana,
wait, hold up.
Hana,
here's
a question. Here's a question.
No, I want to ask something. What if your internet dies?
I was literally about to ask that.
What if you don't have internet at the time? Here's another thing for me.
Jordan. Oh my god, Jordan. Like, I was literally about to say that.
Yeah, I know. I thought you might be. That's why I want to say it first.
Okay, my phone went out the other week, okay, and my internet was really spotty, and it would go, like, crap out for 45 seconds, and then be good for 5 seconds, and then crap out for 45 seconds. And I was like, crap, my internet's out. What am I going to do? I'll just go look and do something that requires the internet. Okay, all right. I'm gonna
Exactly.
go look online, and that requires the internet.
Here's another
Wikipedia,
thing.
no, that requires the internet.
Hana, here's the other thing. I mean, I do download quite a bit, as I've said before, if it's available, and I'm paying for said streaming things, and I'll download it. Sure, I guess it's kind of unfair if I stop paying for the streaming thing and then do it, but I don't intend to. I have it all on my computer, so I can watch it whenever. But to me, I'll admit, it's a lot more convenient than swapping discs, for example. But if I have friends over, to me, that's like an experience. It sounds dumb as fuck to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
My 16th birthday party, I had a few friends around. We sat down on the couch in front of the television, eating pizza, watching Redline.
Yeah. That's another thing. I'll admit I have a lot of stuff on my computer while I'm doing stuff. I'll just say I don't really want to put the DVD in and swap it while I'm doing other things. I'll just click this file, plays all of them, and done. If I have friends over,
Well, we're definitely different types of people because
we definitely are. That's a good thing.
All the things that I have downloaded, not quite legally, they are deleted from my computer as soon as I'm done watching.
Okay.
I have a lot of space, so I just don't delete anything ever.
I own The Girl Who Leapt Through Time and High School of the Dead.
Because no, go on.
I paid for The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. I paid about £5 for it, which is about
that's exactly
$7.
what I paid.
Yeah, paid £5 for it. I paid £10 for High School of the Dead.
I paid £30 for High School
what
of the
I can
Dead.
get for $7? I can get a skein of stockyard for $7.
You can get what?
I can make a pair of socks.
Socks for how much?
They are the best socks.
For how
in
much?
Life.
For how much?
Usually I pay about $20 for a pair of socks.
Fuck no!
Which is a pair of socks.
I will get 6 pairs of socks for $1.50.
Yeah,
they're
but
fine.
I like socks. I enjoy
I don't
them, and they are the most comfortable.
I have socks on my feet to stop me from touching other surfaces that that's one thing I don't like. Everyone walks around barefoot. I'm like, I won't do that. To me, that's all dirty and shit.
Okay, Hannah, let's pose this question. Let's say you happen to walk into your local anime retailer, right? Mm-hmm. You walk down an aisle, and then you see your favourite anime, whatever that may be, on Blu-ray, reduced to, say, $10. Okay?
And I don't already own it?
And you
don't own it, but it's legally streaming, I'm assuming James means.
Yes, but it's legally streaming.
Okay,
Would
you either... If it is in my top 10 and it's under $20, I might buy it.
That is easily where we're very different people. That's my thing. I like owning a lot of stuff. You may say you do, but if you're not going to, say, spend even $10 on something that looks nice...
Okay, do we have to go into how much yarn I own?
I don't give a fuck about your damn yarn.
I own 83 miles of yarn, okay?
No, I have a question. Do you go up to your yarn and say... That yarn that has very good voice acting and dubs.
Jordan, I've just given you a catchphrase. Yes. I don't give a crap about your damn yarn.
I don't give a crap about your goddamn yarn.
That goddamn yarn.
That damn sexy bacon.
I do, I have this skein of really soft chocolate brown alpaca that sits by the side of my chair, and when I'm having a bad day, I will just reach over and I'll nestle it between my shoulder and my cheek, and
here's part 2. Hobbies. You like your yarn and your all that stuff. We like watching anime. I like playing games. I knit while I watch anime.
Huh? I knit while I watch anime.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Which do you like more, apparently? Because personally, I'm going to say you like knitting more. Considering I like
buying the yarn to knit while I watch the anime that I watch online.
Because, hang on. Okay. Okay, in general, me and James don't have some form of other kind of expensive hobby that would take up all of our money from anime.
Photography.
So anime. Oh, okay. So
I mean, isn't that like a one-time thing? Or
no,
do you like have to
God,
constantly buy a buttload of
photography.
shit?
You're always buying new lenses and.
Oh no, you're not always buying new lenses. You can't afford new lenses. I'm still knocking the lens that I got given with the camera, and it's a piece of crap.
Here's the thing.
I want to get a lens,
Sorry, I
but
know
it's
professional
£85. I'm not spending £85 on a piece of glass. Yet the lens I really want is about £2,572.
I love my computer. I would buy some stuff, but right now I'm
honey,
aiming for
calm down.
I would love to buy more RAM for my computer because 8 gigs isn't enough. I consider my computer a hobby in a sense.
That's the choice that you make. I personally, I'm just trying to say that there are going to be other people who put other things in front of buying the DVDs and throwing money at the anime distributors, and they're instead going to watch it online and pay their $8 a month, which is going to feed some kid in China for rice, and that's it for
guys. I have a confession to make.
You say rice?
I used to share similar views on this subject with Hana. That was back when I honestly saved up all the money. Every time I had enough, I'd go out and I'd buy myself a volume of manga. Okay. I didn't see the point in buying anime because it was like £30 for 12 episodes and I could just watch it online. For £30 I could get, what? 740. I could get about 4 volumes of manga. I can get like 4 volumes of manga, and I just thought, well, what's the point? Then I happened to buy Haruhi for like £20, and everything changed.
Because, okay, here's one thing. My turning point was the fact that I didn't know that I could even go into HMV and find an anime. I didn't really know that I could buy it in general. I was a big dumbass back then.
Oh no,
I was
seriously.
fucking retarded. Here's the thing. I went into HMV once and I saw Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 13, the original one. There was 4 episodes and it was £12. I went in there and there was Soul Eater. I'd seen Soul Eater. And then my mother was all like, well, there was DJ Hero in game. You can have Fullmetal Alchemist and DJ Hero, which was the Renegade edition or something, or you could have Soul Eater. At the time, I thought a DJ deck that had quote-unquote gold-plated shit on it would be better, and I mean, it takes up more space. So, of course, I would kind of want that. So I just got Fullmetal Alchemist, but that made me realise there's an anime section in HMV. It might be online! And then I started buying a bunch of shit.
Right. When I first watched my first ever anime, Clannad, the day after, have I told the story how I did all-nighter and then I had school the next day?
Nope. Not from mine.
Okay, well, I stumbled upon Clannad at about 10 o'clock at night, and then I watched the first episode, and then I just kept on watching it until 7 a.m. the next morning. Then I had to go to school. At school, I was obsessed with Clannad, looking up on the wiki, all that stuff. I then went down into HMV and I wanted to see if there was on DVD. Now, it wasn't on DVD back then. So I was just stumbling around looking for something. And then after this, I honestly thought that they just didn't sell anime in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
So when I looked up online and then I could only see Japanese imports. So you're not entirely wrong. But since then, they've actually moved all the anime into a specific section, and then they've actually labelled it anime.
Yeah. It used to be with fucking martial arts. Every time I see it, it's next to fucking martial arts.
No, before, when I went in, there was just 7 different rows, full to the brim of DVDs, labelled A to Z, and you had to find.
That's basically That's basically anime on Blu-ray where I am. You have to look in the Blu-ray section.
Yeah.
That's kind of except for Tiger and Bunny. I was the only one there. I was do they have Bizona? Let's go and look around. They had Steins Gate in Moxa, and I was I'm kind of tempted, but at the same time, probably not going to rewatch Steins Gate anytime soon. I wasn't huge on Steins Gate, but we'll not talk about that.
Yeah, they had Berserk on the floor. It was on the floor.
It was just kind of there on the floor. No one wants this, fine, I'll just walk out with it, whatever.
No, it wasn't like laying on the floor. It was like stood up, like in the presentation on the floor. I was like, oh, it's on the floor.
Okay, my point with the whole licensing thing and the streaming availability in, you know, the smaller market there is that, you know, the companies don't realize that they're not getting, you know, really and truly, if they streamed the stuff over there, they would still be getting about the same price on the distribution, the physically distributed goods, because the people who are online are already watching it other places.
Yeah.
If we remove that variable, that the people who are online are already watching it in other places, then it becomes and this is how I think the anime companies are looking at it, is it becomes hey, they're giving us money for the physical copies. We can either give them the physical copies, or we can get, for $35, or 35 euros, or whatever it is.
Pounds. Fuck you.
Pounds.
Anyway, go on.
Okay, we can give them 4 episodes for £5. Or
that actually doesn't sound too bad, considering most things.
I would buy that.
I would actually. It's not fucking K-On! 4 episodes for £20.
Oh yeah, did I tell you about that?
No, but
how much does a streaming service cost in Britain?
It was £5 for, like, say, Crunchyroll a month.
Okay, so we can either give them 4 episodes for £5, or we can give them all the episodes for £5.
Don't you mean all the anime? Or a cut down version of all the anime?
All the anime, all the episodes for £5, or 4 episodes multiple times for £5.
You're also forgetting ads, which play a huge role in everything.
Well, I don't have ads.
Neither do I.
I pay money to not have ads.
You guys are horrible people. You know,
I pay $8 a month, so I don't have ads.
No, it's not because we have ad blocker. It's because, like, on Crunchyroll, when you're a premium member, it removes the ads.
Yeah. I pay money so that I don't have ads.
Yeah.
That's why I pay the money. Not because it's available, but because I don't want the ads.
Okay. I was going to say something. Oh, My Adventure with K-On! So, K-On! Is just that anime that I've never seen. And then... Okay, so this one time I was in HMV. We don't need your
history of K-On! We need...
Yeah, no. It ties in. I went into HMV. They had K-On! There, part 1. And I thought that... Yeah, I honestly thought it was season 1, because it didn't say part 1. So I walk out of there, spending £12 on
you bought it, didn't you?
I bought it.
Oh.
And then I looked down, it said 4 episodes.
Yeah, I do believe you said this before.
And then I was like, nope, paying £3 for an episode is not going to happen, ever. So I took it back. But it's just the mentality of releasing it in parts just annoys the flip out of me.
It's okay. Okay, I'll say one thing. I did get it used because it was at CEX, but Full Metal Panic, part 1, like, it came with a poster. I loved that. I want more shit in my anime releases.
That's what I spend my money on, is merchandise.
That's the thing, there also isn't too much here from what I've seen. I looked like
there
on a site for
a lot
Wolf
here
Scrolls.
In North America either.
You have a lot more.
I get my stuff from conventions.
I haven't been to a convention yet, so...
I honestly think that I am the only person on the island with a plushie.
I don't even have
an anime
I have figures.
Orientated plushie.
But yeah, can I finish off my thing first? Like, because I went into CEX, Full Metal Panic part, mission 1, it's either 2 or 4 episodes, £2. Okay. Perfect. That's 50 pence per episode. That's amazing. It was used, yes. I would happily pay double that for new. I would pay £1 an episode.
Okay,
I'd be fine with that.
If you had the option to buy it used or buy it new,
I would buy it
new. For your 50 pence and then double.
I would buy it new.
Okay.
Yeah, you buy it new. It's only £4.
Yeah, plus it's new. I like new things. I like the feeling of...
How many dollars American is
£1 is $1.50.
No,
roughly. Very
so
roughly.
£4, I'd say £4 would be about $7 to $8.
Yeah.
That's just a rough
6
estimation.
to 7, probably. Maybe
yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Let's have a ski in a stockyard.
Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable deal.
Yeah, if it was £1 per episode, I don't give a fuck. I would totally buy everything. Because 13 episode shows like, say... I mean, on Amazon, Black Rock Shooter... No, that's a bad example because Black Rock Shooter was 8. Aria, I think.
Can I just make a quick letter over the audio, I guess. Dear Tokyo Toys, please open up a Tokyo Toy shop everywhere. Thanks. No, seriously, if Tokyo Toys were everywhere, I honestly think that the industry would benefit a lot from it.
I somewhat do, but also somewhat don't. Because figures are expensive.
Yes, but plushies aren't.
I don't even own a plushie, so I can't really say anything about
Well, it depends. I own a plushie because my friend came back from Australia one day. It's like, hey, I got you this plushie. I was like, wow, that's L from Death Note. Why did you get this for me? And he was like, because do you like anime? I'm like, you're a real friend.
It's like my friend who was like, we went to like fucking Butlins on a college trip, like the first day, and there was like claw grabbing machines. I like spent £2 trying to get a little Yoshi plush, and then I missed. It was like 20p each time, and then he on his first try he got it. And I was like, damn it, and then he gave it to me. I was like, you're a true friend. A true friend gives you the thing you spent a lot of money on, and then he got it his first try.
Thank you, true friends.
You are true friends. Shout out to true friends.
Yeah, shout out to true friends.
Shout out to Greg. Anyway.
Right, so this has been a very long podcast.
I still have one thing I want to add.
It's about like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. I just have one thing I want to add in for like. One thing I want to just say randomly, real quick.
You have 2 minutes.
Is this the thing that I'm cutting at the beginning?
No, 2 things. There's like this one, which is like just like for example, Hana said something about like one thing. Okay, I'll just say this. I think anime should take to Kickstarter. Sometimes there is one. There is one anime that is. Really, it was like that Little Witch Academy something or another. Link to like the thing for it, like the Kickstarter for it, because that was amazing. I want that for Problem Children because that didn't do too well and it was only 10 episodes. And if I would happily throw all my fucking money to get more.
No joke, they've been doing that a lot recently with a lot of Japanese games and releasing them in the American markets.
Huh. I didn't know that there were Kickstarters for games, but I know anime I definitely want.
You know Phoenix Wright?
For Phoenix Wright, yeah, I'm sure I fucking would.
Yeah. Objection. And then they were like, oh, should we release this? And then they were like, I don't know, let's put it on Kickstarter. They put it on Kickstarter and they've made like a stupid...
People need to fucking use Kickstarter more, but we shouldn't go into that. That could potentially be like a mini topic in itself, but...
This episode's featured review is Lexi's review of Mushishi, which we spoke about earlier. Since the podcast is so long, we're not going to read a paragraph from it this time, but you can find the link in the show notes. Go and give it a read. Our community news. We have over 9,000 beta users. Like, seriously, we have over 9,000 beta users.
Oh, shit.
The new anime pages are live. Things are being added bit by bit to make them complete. So if you don't see a feature you want, have a little patience. If it was in the mock-up, have patience. However, if you hate anything about it, get on the forums and let Joss and Vic know. Also, if you love it, get on the forums and let Joss and Vic know. Also in the community, there is an artist club now. If you like to draw or want to learn how to draw from your peers, head over to the artist club. There's an application form in the thread, which I will link. And we have a lovely Skype group of Hummingbird artists that will provide constructive criticism, or just ooh and ah over your latest work.
It's a good thing I'm not in there because I'll just shout, it's shit. And be all like, you should do better, and flail my arms.
Oh my god, you're not allowed to reference other podcasts.
I did? I just said something was shit.
I'm being very typical.
Oh. I guess people don't understand that just saying something as a normal human being isn't always a reference to something, but you know, people think of ideas. Anyway.
There are lots of club activities planned that are going to keep you drawing, so...
Crudely drawn penis is one of them. I know all the kiddies like to do that. Thumbs up.
Next, there's the Hummingbird Band. There's a group of musicians on Hummingbird that have banded together.
I thought you said fans.
No,
and
bands.
I was hoping you meant like the fans that you like. call yourself off. Go on.
But the group of musicians have banded together. Haha.
Yeah, get out.
Leave.
And they're going to be doing
Boo.
kind of
You're
like
fired.
we do with the podcast, and recording everything separately, and then making audio magic and putting it all together and making something awesome. So if you want to be part of it, go get in on it right now. Finally, we have the last bit of our community news that we're going to report this episode, and that is the brand new Japanese learning group. This is another forum/Skype group, and this one is aimed at those of us who are studying the Japanese language and want to share in that effort. So, go join! Ganbatte, minasan! So, do you have any last words for us?
Yeah, big shout out to everyone that's listening, to you guys. Thank you for having me, and like the derailers, and that's it. Yeah.
You're welcome.
We love you too, hearts.
Yay, hugs and all.
I don't love you. I'm sorry. I can't accept your feelings. On the
Bye, bye.
On the head.
No.
Jovoo, you will forever be in my heart.
Damn you.
God, no. Run. Run. James
You
is
can run all you
coming.
want, but you can't hide.
Gay.
Say goodbye, Jovoo.
Goodbye, Jovoo.
Oh, you.
Oh, you. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Later, guys.
Hello.
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 Ohio.
Hello.
Konnichiwa.